are going to get ready for an appearance I have tonight. I'm gonna do a sit and sign at this Bravo cheer competition that we're hosting, I believe. I hope I have those details correct. And then I'm immediately passing out awards at the award ceremony. So let's get DCC ready. The first thing I'm gonna do is shower because I have a hair mask in my hair. So maybe, let me show you the shower products I'm using. Is it zoomed in? Oh, my freezer's open, okay. Let me show you the shower products I use. If you're curious, I don't know, maybe you are. I feel like it's invasive to get in my shower. Kind of need to organize it. I'm gonna be using this Avita Botanical Repair Strengthening Shampoo. I'm gonna be using the matching conditioner, and I double cleanse every time I shower, so I shampoo twice. I'm not gonna use purple shampoo today. Gonna be using this Method body wash in the shade, I think it's a lavender, right? Oh no, coconut, rice milk, shea butter. And I'll probably be washing my face. Oh, I also use this hair scrubber to really get in there. And I'll probably use this La Roche-Posay to wash my face. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna be using this. It's a bond repair, like concentrate. Kind of like a Olaplex tube. I know our attention spans are short because of TikTok, but just take 30 minutes to sit and chat with me while I get ready. Beautiful product. Not sure what it does, but I used it. Estee Lauder Peptide Serum. Just get a nice dewy base for my makeup. Let's talk about, I already told you what I'm doing tonight. My appearance time is 7 to 10:30 p.m. So I have to get there at 6:30, so I'm gonna leave my house at 5:30, which means I have, I think, 2 hours to get ready, which when I'm filming is not as much time as I want. I know that seems crazy, but I'm gonna do some different camera angles, and right now we're on my phone and octo-buddying to my mirror. Now let's talk about videos that I have coming up to keep you guys, hopefully, looking forward to seeing my content. So how can I convince you guys to subscribe? Because most that are watching are not subscribed. And you return frequently, says my analytics. So what can I do? Videos coming up, a week of my life as a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader in the off season. e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. Another video, this one, sit and chat with me for 30 minutes. A full get ready with me makeup routine. Dallas Cowboys cheerleader training in the off season. A week of workouts and a week of dancing by myself and dance classes. Maybe I'll incorporate some meal ideas in there. I'm not gonna do a full what I eat in a day. I've decided that's just not something I want to dabble in. I don't wanna make anyone unhappy. And yeah, but I'll incorporate some things in my videos. CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. My second year tryout process. Submitting my second round video, picking out my solo costume, choreographing my solo and practicing it. Another video idea off the top of my head is a nighttime routine. I've showed you my morning routine and my morning skincare, but I would like to show you my nighttime routine and my nighttime skincare. I'll also at some point be doing another morning routine because I showed you a morning routine primarily at home in Illinois. Now I need to give you one for my Texas days. I saw some recommendation comments which I really liked of content you're wanting to see, and it was get ready with me's, makeup routines, and filming more with other people and other people on the team, hanging out, practicing with them, and I totally agree. Now that I've gotten more used to filming around them, I'll be more comfortable to like include them in my videos. I do realize that I film a lot by myself because I'm really comfortable doing that. But I would also love to start filming more with other people and be more comfortable with that. I just wanted to, especially like being a rookie, and I've been vlogging for 2+ years, but this was a whole new like scene and part of my life to vlog. I just wanted to tread lightly and make sure I was being respectful and following all rules. So, but I hear you and I agree. I do want to start filming more with other people. Okay. We're just going to keep it up as long as possible. Kosas Extra Bright Serum Based Color Corrector in the shade Illusion. It has a more of a pink undertone. and we're going to do that everywhere. I got my nails done yesterday at a new place, and normally I've been getting Gel X, but I got acrylics for the first time in a long time, and I actually really like them. They are really pointy though, but they're really pretty. I did like a milky white with chrome on top. Yeah, really cute. They're a little chunky, but I think that's how acrylics are on me in general, and that's why I did switch to Gel X. So I'll probably be getting Gel X again. I feel a hormonal yet pimple coming in over there, and that hurts really bad. Recently, I had my first practice back since the last game with about 19 girls on the team for a performance we're doing for the Dallas Open Tennis Tournament. That was so fun to be back and dancing in the studio again. After this Dallas Open performance, I also will be practicing for another performance I got booked for. Like, I'm still in shock. Country financial party, some party. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's also like 20 of us. And we will be doing a sideline routine and Thunderstruck. We're also doing Thunderstruck at this Dallas Open tournament on the tennis court. It was a little rough. We're not doing the jump slit because the material is rock solid and very grainy. So even just from doing the beginning knee drop, our tights were like all snagged. So we're not doing the jump slit, but we're doing full Thunderstruck. Besides that, Kosas concealer in the shade 4.5 neutral. Did a hodgepodge of that like all over here, probably like Jesus. I don't really know why. I'm really happy with my skin right now. I have my second chemical peel coming up in a couple of days. I think I've mentioned this before, but they're supposed to get a little bit more intense each time I go. I had no reaction to the first one because I already do use pretty harsh products in my skincare routine, like tretinoin, which is kind of the most intense skincare product you can use. So my skin is pretty used to things like that. So I didn't have any peeling, just a little bit of dryness. So I'm eager to see how this one goes and the results from it. So far my base is looking really good, very dewy of course, so we're gonna have to matte that down. Next I'm gonna be using this dip stick. On this side we have the number 2 bronzing stick. I take that down my nose, on the bottom, on the jawline, kind of right underneath it. High points of my cheekbone. Actually, it's kind of like the low point of my cheekbone. Corner of my head, let's conceal that forehead that I've got going on. My baby hairs are getting in the way. I've been seeing people do it right here. Maybe I'll try that. Why not? I have not started using my new makeup brushes yet. I'm really eager to do that though. But for today, we're gonna be using the Dibs Duo brush. I'm gonna use more of this dense side to blend this out. I use this brush for blush and bronzer. It blends so nicely, look at that. I don't want to brush too hard or too much because I don't want it to lift up any of the product I have underneath. I did not get a spray tan for this event. I did self tan and it turned out really nice. Really good coloring. My favorite self tanner is Loving Tan. I always saw a bunch of influencers using it the last couple of years and I never bought it for myself, but I think the whole team now has been gifted some. And I'm obsessed, so I wish I would have been buying that all through high school and college. It's my favorite self-tanner. I use the 2-hour express ones. I kind of just alternate between, I think one shade is called Ultimate, like Ultimate Dark. There's just normal dark. And there's also, what is there? Maximum. There's a lot of different shades of the tanner, but I just alternate through all of them, honestly. People do really love their face tanner. I personally just don't self-tan my face because I have sensitive skin that I know will break out. I do every once in a while if I need to, but I regret it every time. Just to do the nose part, I'm using this Merit brush. It's not called anything, or I would tell you. Just to keep it simple today, why don't we use the other side of that? Oh. Okay, so this stick in general is the number 2 stick. Okay, got it, because there's different types and different shades. But we're gonna use the other end of it for the blush. I've seen a couple of comments asking when auditions are, and those official dates, I don't think they've necessarily been released. Actually, I think they're on the website, but they're the same as every year. The first round video submission, I think it opens up on May 1st, and then they're normally due around like May 10th, I wanna say. Should I use my Dibs brush again? Yeah, since I'm using Dibs. And then, but vets don't have to do the first round, so we get to skip past that round, and we join in on the second round video submission, which this date, from experience of auditioning twice, has changed, but has still been pretty similar. You get like 2 days. You get sent the choreo maybe around like say the 20th, on the 20th, like May 20th, you get sent the choreo, and then it's due like 2 days later on the 22nd. I do need to plan in advance because I normally go on a little vacation or trip every year in May. So I need to plan in advance when I want to film my round 2 and make sure I'm confident with it and dedicating my time to it, and that it's my main priority of May. But just in case I don't know when the submission is due, or I actually know what it is due, it's just in my calendar and I haven't looked. And I'm not sure when I'm vacationing yet. Last year I was in Mexico, fun fact, when I found out I made it to finals, and I have a video of it. You were asked to submit videos of you opening the email, and they never did anything with them. I wonder if they will for this coming tryout season. I would love to show you guys that and post that, but I'll just have to make sure that's okay. And I was in Mexico when I found out. When I found out the first time that I was going to training camp, because there wasn't a finals, it was just straight to training camp, I was at one of my best guy friends' graduation party, high school graduation party. Set this all in place with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 10 Fair Light and this e.l.f. powder puff. I do really like this powder puff, but I want one that's more, oh my gosh, I just opened this up upside down. Great, all of the powder is out. I want one that's a little smaller and a little skinnier. This one's pretty thick. Dab that under my eyes. I need more. Down my nose bridge. And I just like continue that all the way down the side of my mouth too. I blend it, but not necessarily all the way. And I let that bake a little bit. I guess that's considered baking. And then I take excess and do it on the center of my forehead. I don't always take more because I have combination skin, so even though it looks oily, as soon as I put this on, it could get flaky. So I do that. Then we're gonna take a brush and some pressed powder and kind of go along and contour that out. It's a little harsh right now, but I'll blend it out later. Let's move on to eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using this Ancient palette from Tarte, and it's called the Sunrise palette. I have only ever used Tarte eyeshadow palettes, and somehow they were all given to me by like family and friends. I've never bought an eyeshadow palette. I don't really know. I don't see the point of like having different ones either. I don't know. Switch over to my camera for funsies, honestly, and just to get some different angles. But let's talk about maybe some ins and outs of 2024. I didn't plan ins and outs for 2025. Yeah. I didn't plan out this segment of my video, so let's just see what I can come up with. Taking any old fluffy brush. Oh, it doesn't want to focus. Okay, cool. And I'm taking a light brown shade and just going in my crease. Okay, something that's in for 2025 is YouTube. Trying to promote myself. I've always been a YouTube girl. Long form content though. Like I do feel like it's coming back more so, especially with the day TikTok ban and the potential like forever TikTok ban. So many people made YouTube channels just overnight because they didn't know what they were going to do after TikTok, rightfully so. So I feel like long form content will be coming back in, and YouTube is never gonna leave. So I just see that trending. In for 2025 is sleeping. Like, I want to sleep more. I need to stop staying up till 2 a.m. And if I do stay up till 2 a.m., then girl, you better be sleeping in the next day, because we want to have lower cortisol levels and less stress and take care of our bodies always. This is kind of on my outs list every year, but out is stressing about my future, and maybe not so much even stress, because I'm not so stressed about it. It's just constantly thinking about it every like hour of my day and like trying to plan it. So maybe that is stress. I'm tired of doing that, and I feel like I've gotten a little bit better about it, but every once in a while I will freak out. But I also just have to remind myself that it's in God's hands, and whatever is supposed to happen is gonna happen, and I literally can't change it. Like, worrying about it isn't gonna change it, so why keep worrying about it? It's not gonna do anything. I think I've lost one of my makeup brushes, so I'm gonna take this same brush and go into a darker shade, like that one. Oh, wow. And out for 2025 is taking things so serious. I actually did a good job at this in 2024, so I just want to carry it on over to 2025. But nothing, well, that's bad. I can't say that nothing's that serious. To an extent, I can say nothing is that serious, even though there are really serious things in the world. But don't take that so literal as I say that. But a lot of things in my life aren't that serious, like at the end of the day. So I think just taking things and enjoying them for what they are. Yeah. I remember in my very first training camp, I was shocked to hear Kelly say this, but it was really refreshing to hear her say this. I think it was coming close to like the last week of training camp, and obviously that gets a stressful time for us, but also for them as they're making cuts and like determining people's futures. She said at the end of the day, she said it's just cheerleading. She's like, you have a life outside of this, you have a career outside of this, you're going to be amazing outside of this. At the end of the day, it's just cheerleading. And I'm not, when I was talking about like, it's not that serious, I wasn't like specifically talking about DCC. I was talking about anything in life. But just as an example, Kelly Finglass said that. And it's refreshing to hear somebody whose whole life is DCC. I mean, she's a mother, she's a friend, she's a daughter, so she has a life outside of this too, but like her career for years and years has been just DCC. So to hear her say that is very refreshing. So just apply that to like your life in general. I'm really liking how my eyeshadow's looking, and I'm really not even focusing that hard on it. It's looking good. I'm not doing purple tones today. I'm just gonna do browns and a little bit of orangey tones. Oh, here's a good one. Out, especially for me, is negative self-talk. I used to not do it, and then I feel like the last couple of years I have done it in joking manners, but I'm tired of doing that because I also feel like it's like honestly uncomfortable for other people to hear too. If I'm like, oh, I look so ugly, like it's one, not nice to myself, but two, the people around me probably don't want to hear that and like probably feel obligated to come up with a response. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, have you ever had a friend be like, oh, I'm so fat or something like that? Like that was dramatic, but then like you obviously have to be like, no, you're not. Like, you know, even though now I'm over explaining myself, but negative self-talk is out for 2025. Some ins for 2025, saving money. I want to start saving money. And I don't mean saving money by like day to day, like, oh, let's not go get coffee. I mean like I actually need to open up a savings account or put money aside into a different checking account. I don't know. I want to start saving money. Feel like something that's a lot of early 20-year-olds stress about is like, are we supposed to have $10,000 in our savings account right now, or are we supposed to have zero? I don't know. Some people are on that spectrum, some people are on that spectrum, on that end of the spectrum, I mean. I personally have maybe $200. So, in a savings. So that's something I want to do in 2025. You wanna know who I'm obsessed with? And I don't know if she knows it or not. Her and Charlie are friends, they grew up together. But Kennedy Craddock on TikTok, I love her content. And I've actually been following her on like Instagram and TikTok since before she did any of this, like when she was in college. I don't know why. I think I was fascinated with the fact that like there's 3 sisters and they're all really good at dance and all danced on the ASU dance team together. And I just feel like that's rare. So anyways, that's a random thought, but I added some highlighter on my nose, finished my eyeshadow off, and filled in my eyebrows. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm using, what am I using? Refined Brow Automatic Brow Liner, light brown. From where? Oh, Leanna Cosmetics. I think it's like a clean makeup brand. It's very, very small brand. They sent it to me a long time ago, and I've been using some of their clean beauty products. I think I'm gonna use their bronzer today too. So shout out them. Now I'm gonna use this Milk Makeup brown eyeliner. We're gonna try out a brown eyeliner, my waterline. I've been doing black, but I'm not performing today. I'm just doing sit and sign and passing out awards. So I feel like we don't have to like have that crazy of makeup on. I am almost done. Let's go in with this e.l.f. powdered blush in the shade Bright Pink. Okay, it's pretty basic, but love it. Nothing wrong with that. Fluffy brush. Swirl that on there. Since my appearance is so late, it's not going to exert any energy, well, social energy, when I interact with people as I sign their squad photo, but I'm gonna need a pick-me-up. I'm gonna need something. Today I went to La La Land and got a coffee, and I tried their food for the first time. I got it was toast, and it was almond butter with fruit on top, blueberries, strawberries, and banana, and drizzled with honey on top. I'm not a huge honey fan, but I've gotten into it recently, just like kind of having it drizzled on top of smoothie bowls this year hasn't bothered me, and it's been nice. I like honey straight off a honeycomb, like I'll eat that, but I don't typically like eat it out of a thing, a squeeze thing, you know? I got a different coffee today. I couldn't even tell you what it is. There's so many options, I don't know what it is. I'll look back on the app and put it on the screen. It was really, really good. Bronzer by that same brand. And I've never used this bronzer, so this could be a risk, but I don't feel like I can go too wrong with it. Just in case you're curious, my sit and sign, ooh. Okay, that's really pigmented, but I like it. My sit and sign partner is Brooklyn today, and then we're also passing out the awards together as well. That's who I got assigned with. I actually had an earlier time, but Maddie had something and asked if I could switch with her, and it would work out better for her to have the time that was like from 2 to 4:30. So I switched with her. Heritage leave-in conditioner. Been loving this. So I do not have extensions, and I've never had extensions, but I fear I'm maybe having to get them soon. People on the team are always like, oh my gosh, you're so lucky you don't have to have like the heat damage from a curling iron. And I was like, honestly, like blowing it out with a round brush does the same thing. Like I am still damaging my hair. So the off season has been nice to not have to put as much heat on my hair. Avita Botanical Repair leave-in treatment, which is kind of empty. I need to buy more of. I still have a lot of hair. This is actually really, really good for as blonde as I am to have this much hair left, honestly. A lot of people don't, and I'm very, very grateful for that. But I don't like how the front of my hair is shorter, and a part of that is like framing, but the back grows long and the front doesn't grow as much because it gets the most damage. So it's like if only half of my hair is in the front, you would think my hair is only this long, but then I turn around and the rest of it's down there. So that's what I don't love. I'll keep you guys updated. I probably won't get any, but if I do, it'd just be a few K-tips in the front. Who knows? Just a random thought. I always say, like, when I retire and, like, get married and get pregnant, I'm just gonna, like, dye my hair brown. I don't know why being pregnant means I should dye my hair brown, but in my head it does. Can you bleach your hair when you're pregnant? I truly don't know. I thought you, like, weren't supposed to get your hair done when you're pregnant, but I feel like I see a lot of people do it. Is that just a thing in the past that you're not supposed to? I think... I hear somebody talking. Today I'm gonna use the Kosas Tinted Brow Gel thing. I don't really like how my brows are looking today, to be honest. But they're always gonna be big and fluffy. That will never be out for me. I'm sorry, feather brows, never out. Been doing that since high school. Everyone made fun of my eyebrows for, in a joking manner, like my friends, for sticking straight up. And I loved them that way, and then it became a trend. And maybe it's out again, but never for me. You know what? Out for 2025, caring about trends. Do what you want, wear what you want. Style your hair like you want, wear skinny jeans if you want, wear baggy jeans if you want. That's a good one. Some e.l.f. Stay All Night setting spray. I will admit, this is not my favorite. You know my favorite. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray, but I'm making myself get through one product before I move on to the next, even though the L'Oreal is almost out, but I put it in my back stock. We need to move on to lashes, and today I'm going to be using, these are the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Mink collection. Don't tell me they're called Little Black Dress. It's an interesting way to name an eyelash, but I've never used them before. We're going to use them today. Oh, and would you look at that, I'm using the Kiss Clear with Aloe Strip Adhesive Eyelash Glue. Here's a little eyelash tutorial. I don't wear them very often, but I put the glue in a line on my hand like this, and then I take tweezers. I take the lash off. Kind of need to measure it to my eye and see if I need to cut any off. I don't have little scissors, so I take fingernail clippers. That might be gross, but no one else uses them but me. My mom always did this. I feel like she would like maneuver the lash and like bend it around just to make it flexible. Tweezers, grab onto it. You want to make sure your glue is tacky and not super wet. Drag it through. So it's like that. I'm gonna blow out a little bit. It sticks better when it's tacky. Drop it on there like so, and then you just kind of have to mess around with it until it's exactly where you want it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to, you won't be able to see me do this very well. So it's kind of where I want it, and now, sorry, now I'm gonna take this and like clamp it on and get it really close to the lash line. Kind of just grabbing around and pressing down. This came with a different eyelash kit that I got, but you can use that to clamp them together too. Okay, I don't think I've ever used these ones before, but I'm kind of obsessed. That looks amazing. I wish I would have worn these for the last game. I don't think I wore any eyelashes for the last game, to be honest. I have really good natural eyelashes with mascara on them. I add like a few like little tips on the underneath. This looks so good, guys. If you like these, remember, Faux Mink collection, Little Black Dress, Kiss eyelashes. I'm in love. Okay. A liquid felt tip black eyeliner and go on the very inside and just draw a little line on my lash line just to make it blend a little bit more. Let's see if I can show you. Like the corner, just to make that more seamless, I add some black eyeliner in there. I'll show you. Do you see what that did? I made a little bit blend in a little bit more. You know what I mean. Yeah, that looks better. I'm really sore from getting back into my ASMR. ASMR? Where did that come from? I meant to say getting back into my F45 workouts. What? Anyways, I've been really sore, so bought some tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice helps with muscle recovery and soreness, so I'm drinking that. Not that I'm dancing or anything tonight, but taking care of my body. Look at those prints looking all cute in that messy bed. And those ones. Wow, I've almost been here a year and I'm just now decorating. I almost forgot to put heat protectant spray in my hair. This is going back to the very beginning of the video, but speaking of like filming with other people more and friends, what would you like out of me content-wise with that? Like, should we do like a partner Q&A? I guess getting ready together with other people. Anyways, you get what I mean? Comment some ideas down below. I'm gonna put in this heat protectant spray and start to blow out my hair with my Dyson. At home, I was using my T3. I keep that one there. And then here, I'm using my Dyson, so I don't have to travel back and forth with one. So it's nice to have two. I feel like this lip is way too dark for me, but we're gonna roll with it for now, and then I'll probably add like a more pinky nude when I get there. But I can wear gloss today since I'm not dancing, so that's fun. Something fun and different. Ooh, I almost forgot, I need to add mascara. And then I'm done. Okay guys, thanks for hanging out and chatting with me. I did cave and add black eyeliner. Just had to let you know. And now I'm gonna leave for my appearance. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you somewhere else.